There are no areas of gameplay or the map that you have to pay to unlock.
Although it technically isn't behind a paywall because it will eventually become free, doesn't excuse the fact that they're trying to entice people to spend money on it for early access. They originally promoted new skate areas by stating we will not pay for them. That's creating a trust between the player and the developer that we, the player, can spend money on material items, but will not pay just to skate around new areas. Sure, don't pay anything and wait. So it's technically still true that we didn't have to pay, but it's mischievous marketing. That trust is broken, even though the trust was broken long before. Preach it!
There are no areas of gameplay or the map that you have to pay to unlock.
Ladies and gentlemen, Skate Full Circle has announced Season 3 and what's coming beyond, and we're here to talk about it. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Exxon Albert. I've been playing the Skate franchise ever since the midway of Skate 2, and I've been playing Skate 3 since literally day one back in May of 2010. I built my original channel solely off the Skate franchise to almost 600,000 subscribers. Eventually, I obviously got burnt out. I created the biggest team in the world called Rice Skating. I went through financial hardship, so I had to sell that original channel, and then now I'm on this channel. But the point is that I've been here since the literal beginning. I'm probably the most OG skate creator on the platform. I've seen it all. And I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge rest in peace to Azo.
Guys.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gino here, and today's video is
Azo. He changed me. He's the one that taught me everything that I knew about Skate 3 and glitches.
If you don't know who Azo is, he was an original skate creator back when I was starting to come up as well. He was doing a bunch of tutorials on how to do graphics, techniques, how to do graphics, glitches, overall really educating the community. And to this day, he has not been acknowledged by Full Circle or EA whatsoever. And I know for a fact, homie would be extremely excited for this new game, but at the same time, disappointed. Something that Full Circle needs to truly understand is that we actually care deeply about this franchise. We don't want to see this franchise die. And I would absolutely hate for this game to be shut down and not become something great, just like I know Azo would want this game to be. So rest in peace, Azo. I want to use my voice to spread more awareness on what actually needs to be fixed, on what the community is actually asking for, and that there are actual people who care deeply about this franchise. We're not someone who came into the skate franchise later on. There are millions of people that have been playing this from the get-go, who care deeply about this game, who had made careers off this game, who had made incredible friendships off this game, who have gotten through hard times and depression by playing this game. So with that being said, I just want to paint that picture that this game means a lot to a lot of us. So let's talk about what they're doing with Season 3. Full Circle released the official roadmap for Season 3, looking forward and on the radar. Let's take a closer look at Season 3. Island of Grom, as we know, is coming. That got announced yesterday. Dark slides and dark catches, we knew about this. That's coming. Updated boneless list, okay. New game mode, speed lines. What is speed lines? Does it relate to like death races from Skate 3? I'm not sure. Tattoos, we knew that. Cosmetic loadouts, okay. Brands and skate pads including Adidas, Vans, and Thrasher. Great. I like seeing actual skateboarding brands coming into this game. We need more skate culture in this game. New brands including Huff, Gen Chem, and more to come. Exactly what I just said. We need more of these real brands in this game. Great. More replay editor effects. Amazing. You know, filming in the skateboarding culture is huge, and filmers deserve the best possible replay editor we can get. So that's great. Seasonal events, great, and more. Okay, cool. The biggest thing here is the Island of Grom. People are concerned because, well, let's just take a look at it.
Will there be microtransactions in the game?
Yes. We knew that to support a never-ending, ever-evolving, free-to-play world of skate, we'd have to look into different models for the game itself, which means that there will be microtransactions. And we know that this is a sensitive subject. That's why when we decided to explore this model, we made some hard ground rules to follow. The first one is
They made some hard ground rules to follow.
that Skate is not pay to win. There are no areas of gameplay or the map that you have to pay to unlock.
Hello? No map areas locked behind a paywall. Let's hear homie say that again. Actually, he's not the homie.
There are no areas of gameplay or the map that you have to pay to unlock.
All right, going back to this comment from John Perlman. For all the crybabies complaining about ground being behind a paywall, you obviously don't know the difference between a paywall and early access to something that will eventually be free. That's an IQ problem, not the game's problem. Technically, yeah, that's still kind of true, right? But that leads me to Matt's answer right here. They originally promoted new skate areas by saying we will not pay for them. As you just saw in the clip, that's creating a trust between a player and a developer. Exactly. The fact that EA is already behind this game already affects that trust. The trust between the player and developer from Full Circle is something they should not be playing with whatsoever. They should not be testing that. But it's mischievous marketing. That trust is broken even though the trust was broken long before. Here's my take on it. Here's my personal opinion. At the end of the day, this game is quite literally in early access. It is quite literally not fully released. It's quite literally not quite done yet. So let's get that super clear, okay, guys? A lot of y'all just forget about that, and it's fine, okay? I get it. Full Circle, EA, they literally need to make money. Just because they're behind a multi-billion-dollar company doesn't mean they don't need to make money. This is not a gift for us. They're not like, hey, here's a free gift for you guys. Go have fun and play it. No, this is a business. The only way Full Circle got approved to make this game a new installment to the Skate franchise is if they would promise to follow this model that EA loves. The microtransactions, early access, free to play, etc. I do understand they have to make money somehow, and I have no problem with that. At the end of the day, it's not like they're literally forcing us to spend money. It's literally a choice. And eventually, on April 14th, you will be able to spend your RIP chips to get access to the island. As you can see here, once the event ends, Grom access will be widely available through Skate Pass Premium, or you can grab an Island of Grom Water Taxi Day Pass by using your earnable RIP chips. The Day Pass will be 500 RIP chips. It's valid for 24 hours from the moment you get it and can be used in a limited number of times within that 24-hour window. So, like I said, for me, I really don't care that they're going to make it first available for Skate Pass Premium holders, because at least on April 14th, people will be able to use their in-game RIP chips that they've earned to get access to this map. And then on May 15th, it literally will be open to everyone. If it was just paywalled behind the Skate Premium Pass only, then that's where I would have a huge problem. Where I think they went wrong is by not first acknowledging this clip where they literally said no map areas locked behind paywall. Because then all this backlash that they're getting right now wouldn't really be happening, because they would have made it super clear from the very beginning before announcing this island that, hey, yes, we acknowledge and we are aware what we said before, but here is how we're still keeping that promise. Then they would let us know that, hey, on April 14th, you will be able to use your RIP chips, and then on May 5th, it'll be available for everyone. It's not just going to be behind this Skate Pass Premium paywall. They did it backwards. Therefore, there's a huge backlash. People are going crazy. So whoever's on Full Circle's PR team, y'all need to rethink y'all's announcements, because stuff like this will keep happening after every one of your announcements, and then eventually people will get sick of it and stop supporting your game, stop playing your game. And then guess what? EA will have to shut it down, and that's something that I and others that don't want that at all. So the moral of the story, the point I'm trying to make, is that Full Circle needs to acknowledge their promises that they made a long time ago before they drop these balls on us. They got to realize there's a lot of people that don't quite understand what Full Circle is trying to do. They need to educate these people. And that's how they'll keep the trust between player and developer, by making us feel acknowledged, making us feel like we're being heard. And these promises that they're making are actually being kept. Hopefully that makes sense. If it's early access, why do we have a functional store that loves to refresh daily and add new items weekly? If it's early access, why is there paywalls to access areas? If it's early access, why is there a season pass in the first place? All seems like a money grab, and early access is just an excuse for when this game fails. Saying free game is just an excuse also. What Mr. Billy Jane doesn't quite understand is that this game is not done. They need money to complete this game. You are not being forced to buy anything. That is a choice. This comment is debunked. They've lied about damn near everything they've promised. No paid for access to areas was in the We Are Working on It series. Boom, paid Island of Grom. Not even a new area gotta pay to play the tutorial again. I'm willing to bet it's gonna be a subscription-based system to play community parks, etc. If you're on PC, you are better off emulating Skate 2 and 3. A subscription-based system to play community parks. That would be quite ridiculous, and I don't think they're gonna be that ridiculous. How would that even work? But again, I understand why homie's upset. They're not first acknowledging their promises and giving context and then acknowledging their big update. They're just dropping the bomb on us. You know those games where you have to level up your character XP to access certain areas in the game? The expanded tutorial island is like that. Rip chips are your XP. Rip chips are earned from playing the game. If you want special early access, then you get the battle pass. Nothing crazy about it. Either play or don't. It's that simple. I agree. It is quite literally that simple. But again, I do understand why people are upset. Billy Jane's back, and he says, you're an actual clown trying to defend these SHITTY as game developers. I understand why he's upset. Off the rip, it really seems like we're not being heard. They're not acknowledging their past promises, providing context so that we can really understand that, hey, they are actually keeping their promises. They're just going to do it like this. We're not defending the developers. We're just bringing their previous promises to light and providing context for it. Kyle says, hot take, the implementation isn't stupid because of a paywall. It's stupid because as someone who pays for the pass, I still have no use for rip chips. LMAO. Homie clearly did not read this section of their article. You will be able to purchase a water taxi day pass by using your earnable rip chips. The day pass will be 500 and is valid for 24 hours from that moment you get it. Full Circle should have quite literally led with this first. When they announced the Island of Grom, their whole branding, the whole marketing should have been boom right there in your face saying 500 rip chips to access Island of Grom. And then in the caption, in the text, in the fine print, mention, but by the way, if you want early access to it, you're gonna have to be a Skate Pass Premium holder. Because again, there is people that have no problem paying for a season pass, that want to support the game by purchasing the season pass. Or just people that have money to spend, you know? And that's okay. Where it's not okay if it's only accessible by buying the Skate Premium Pass. That's where it becomes not okay. Now, I do agree with people that are saying this game is dying. Here on Google Trends, I have Skate, which is the actual name of the game, and then Skate 4, which most people are calling it. It was popping like crazy, as you can see here back in September when it dropped on the 16th. And then people started getting disappointed. And it started dropping, and now look at it. It's damn near flatline. Even when season 2 came out, no spike, bro. It's just like whatever. The problem here is Full Circle did a horrible job with a first impression. I personally think they were a little too early to release this game in early access. I feel this game should have been released in early access once they were ready with all these things they have for season 3. They should have released already with the ability to go back to the tutorial island. They should already release the game for the ability for us to do dark catches. They should have released with us for the ability to do cosmetics, different loadouts, implementation of these actual skateboarding brands, replay editor already good, or at least good enough with like keyframes. And shoot, we haven't even talked about the looking forward. They should release this game with game modes, at least Spot Battle and SKTE. That would have made an unbelievable great first impression. And I quite literally can guarantee you that this graph would have looked a lot more different right now. But hey, I'm not a game developer. I don't work for Full Circle. So now let's take a look at this. Looking forward, features in development. New social game mode, meetups, which is pretty interesting. I could imagine that's going to be like almost like a throwdown, but instead a meetup where it's basically just a way for people to teleport to that area and meet up and play together. That's what's like the first thing that comes to my mind. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Turn-based competitive game modes, Spot Battle and SKTE, bro. Now we're talking. This is what gives this game more soul, more reason to come on and play and keep us playing. Obviously, the gameplay, the realistic style is all great. You know, I have nothing against people that love playing this video game realistically, right? After all, it relates highly to the skateboarding culture in real life. I get it. It's fine. I support it. I love it. I personally don't enjoy it. I won't do that. You know, I'd rather do the crazy tricks and the gaps and the challenges and the competitive, getting points and all that stuff. But what's really going to get people coming back on this game day in, day out are going to be your game modes, your Spot Battles, your SKT, your Hollow Meets, your 1-ups, etc. So the fact that that's coming after Season 3 is amazing. I love it. I think this is when the game will start to feel a lot better. Let me rephrase that. OG Skate franchise players are going to start to want to actually play this game. Matchmaking system. Love it. I miss going on Skate 3, searching for a random game and just getting matched up with random people. Love that. Freaking amazing. New world area. Great. Obviously, this map is super small right now. We need more new spots to skate. Love it. Board wear and tear. Absolutely amazing. Again, that's something huge in real life skateboarding, in the skateboarding culture. I can already see realistic skaters using this to the fullest and really making their clips and their montages super realistic and literally looking like almost like in real life skateboarding. I don't know. I think this is just going to be amazing. Amazing little detail. It's going to be great. Finger flips. Okay, cool. Love it. Whatever. Now, I don't really care too much about finger flips, to be honest. And last but not least, what I'm really excited about, and besides the game modes, is what they released here, what they're calling On the Radar, features in discussion. Private servers, boy. Oh my gosh, yes. There are so many people that miss playing the Skate franchise by themselves or with their friends, with a select amount of people. And we're eventually going to be able to do that. Absolutely amazing. Underflips, great. Player created parks. Custom parks was huge in Skate 3. And I'm super excited that they are actually going to be working on that and it's going to be coming to the game. But again, I really hope they don't put this behind a paywall. This should be accessible to everyone for free. Now, if you want to give park builders the ability to probably make a paid area within their skate park, or maybe even a skate park that's has to be paid for, if you want to give the ability to us as park builders to do that, great, right? But don't put that paywall first in order for us to get into that section of the game to start making skate parks. See what I'm saying? Just leave that as like a side last option for the people that don't mind doing that, right? Leaderboards, huge for competitive. You know, competitive players were a big part in Skate 3. Now it's going to give competitive players more of a reason to really grind this game and really work their way up to the top, you know, work their way towards something. Proximity Jet. This is one of my favorites because I used to be a huge Rust player. Literally have over 6,000 hours on that game. And Proximity Chat in the game is hilarious. It's extremely toxic, yes, but it's freaking hilarious. I loved it. I literally made a lot of friends from Proximity Chat in that game. And Skate community is something huge with Skate, right? Skating with your friends, meeting people that are skateboarding as well with you in that area is huge. And I think proximity chat is going to be great for this. Imagine just skating around and hearing conversations in the distance of people having fun and reacting to someone doing a trick. And then you get closer to them and now they can hear you. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey guys, what's up? Can I, freaking hit this spot with you? Or hey, that's a badass skater you got there, whatever, right? And make friends like that in the game. That's going to be huge. That's going to make this game feel a lot more larger as far as like depth. It's going to give it more depth, if that makes sense. It's not going to feel as flat. Love it. Legacy Skate 1 through 3 spots. Another huge one that I'm excited about. What this tells me is that we're going to be seeing a lot of favorite spots from Skate 1, Skate 2, and Skate 3 incorporated into Skate, aka Skate 4. And you probably know what I'm going to say. I literally will lose my mind if they put in Mega Park in this game. If they put in Fun Track in this game, I would probably run outside naked. This is going to be huge. I love that. More legacy game modes. Yes, bring us more game modes, bro. I want to see 1-Up. I want to see Hall of Meat. I want to see all of that. I want game modes. Huge. And then more board shapes. This is something huge, especially in the realistic community. That is going to be super cool. I love the fact that they're bringing a lot more of the skateboarding culture into this game. I cannot wait to see how that's going to work. Now is your time for your voice to be heard. Comment down below exactly your thoughts on everything. Don't be afraid to be honest. And again, guys, I really want to use my platform as a voice for you guys, as a voice for the community. I'm not afraid to speak on what's on my mind. And I'm definitely not afraid to fight for this franchise that I love, that holds a really deep part in my heart, dude. I don't want to see this game die. I don't want to see the server shut down. I don't want to see EA completely X this project. And to the developers, you guys gotta start being better with the way you deliver these updates. And on top of that, I know y'all working hard, but please, I don't know if y'all had to hire more people, but let's work faster. Let's bring out these bad ASS updates a lot quicker, please. I really wish we were ready at season 4 or season 3. So whatever you have to do, please give us these updates quicker, man. We are dying for that perfect skate game.